Hello, 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 guilty feminists. It's Deborah Francis White, and it's 6 o'clock, and that means it's time for the new normal. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come on, and then I am going to introduce the fabulous Mae Martin. So I am very, very excited to have her on today. She was actually our guest for the week on this week's podcast. She was our co-host, which is very, very exciting. So I am very excited to have her here today and ask her some new normal questions. Let's see who's on. Here's Hooray May. And Mae Martin should be on in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, Mae
Hey,
Martin.
it worked.
It works. Thank you so
Hi.
much for joining us on the new normal.
I love the new normal. I mean,
I
I love
mean,
the Instagram thing. I don't love what's happening in the world.
no, it's tough, right?
How about Bernie dropping out too?
Oh, I didn't hear that today.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders just dropped out like a couple of hours ago.
Oh my God, I've been on Zoom calls. I didn't check the news.
I know.
Tell me more, Mae Martin. What?
That's
Wow, what?
that's
Oh my
literally
God.
the only information I have. I'm
So it's
so close.
definitely Joe.
Definitely Joe. I can't believe it. Yeah,
Wow.
I wish I had something intelligent to say. But how are you? How's your day been?
So far most of my days now are much more intense than they used to be. I feel like there's no breaks, and I think it used to be like I'd travel between meetings and I'd like get in a cab or I'd walk or I'd jump on the back of a bus or something like that, and I'd have these moments to collect myself. And I feel like I was just on a Zoom call and I suddenly went, oh my God, it's 6 o'clock. I've got to get off. And so I
Yeah.
don't have those collection moments that I used to, and I need to start scheduling them in, frankly.
Yeah, I'm still, I mean, the last time I talked to you, I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna schedule my days. It's not happening, but
Well, that is reassuring to our audience, because for many people in our audience, they're going to say it is also not happening for me. Um,
yeah,
so firstly, before I ask you the
yes.
first question, um, congratulations on Feel Good. It's
Thank
so
you.
incredible. I know we talked about it
Thanks.
on the Guilty Feminist that came out this week, but I want to say it officially here on the New Normal on Instagram Live. It's such an awesome show.
Thank you so much. It's crazy having it out in the world. Very exposing, very exciting. Yeah, I'm excited about
It's
it.
You should be so immensely proud of it, and it's such a beautiful, gentle, good-hearted show, but it's also so funny, and it's got teeth, and it's
Thank
very
you.
difficult to get that tone right of something that really has attitude and bite and teeth, but also comes from the warmest possible human place. It's very rare.
Thanks. I'm glad you found it warm. I think that that was important to us, that people had empathy for all the characters, and that it felt like even though the subject matter is heavy, it feels like a place you want to be, like you want to stay in that world.
Yes,
Um,
completely. I can't wait for season 2, so I hope you're busy writing it. No pressure to produce in a quarantine.
well, we're writing, but it hasn't been recommissioned yet, so everyone needs to tweet
What?
about it.
It
No,
hasn't been
we're
recommissioned yet?
no
So
that
you're
we're
writing season 2 before it's been recommissioned? You're just getting on with it?
yeah, very hopefully and
It will
very
be.
optimistically. They commissioned a couple scripts, but not officially. So yeah, any promo helps, because I haven't been able to really promote it because of the end of the world,
Yeah.
which is not
Yeah.
the most important thing. The most important thing is that I've been cutting my own hair, and I'm just
Right.
now seeing it, and I'm
I
worried.
mean,
Like,
this video mirror shit, it's so damaging. All day I'm looking at myself and going, is that how I look? Oh my God,
I
what is
know.
that there?
Like, I tried to
Constant.
arrange the lights and everything to so I'm
Oh,
like
all the
glowing.
time. All the time I'm finding the best spot. All the
You
time.
gotta
But
find the best spot.
well, the best spot is actually on the floor in Steve's room, and Steve's in the country, so I can use it. But I find the internet comes and goes there. So for this, I'm stuck in this chair. Anytime I want to do something like this is what I'm looking at now, frankly.
This is good, and it's nice. I like that part of your flat. I like the books and the
Well, the books
fire.
look nice. It's true. This makes it look like I sit around elegantly having cups of tea and thinking great thoughts. In reality, no.
Someone just commented that they're a barber and that my hair looks okay. I'm really pleased because I've been trying to do like a grade, like I got clippers and everything. So
Oh, well, you've just had
yeah,
a professional tell you you're nailing it there. That's what I
that's
heard.
really nice.
That's really nice. What I was thinking about today is that a lot of businesses are doing themselves out of business, interestingly, because they're teaching us to do the things to make themselves relevant in a quarantine. They're like, well, if you really want to do your eyelashes at home, they're making themselves redundant. It is so interesting what's happening to capitalism, but that's not really the end of capitalism we need to worry about. Bezos is giving me no tips on how to become a billionaire.
Yeah, that's true. That's what we need. Those tips. Yeah.
We really don't need more Bezoses. I don't want anyone to learn to be Bezos. I'm just reaching down to get my questions, because I know you have, oh, there we go. I mean, my camera work could do with some training.
I like it.
Just
it's
like sorry.
It's like the Blair Witch Project, but in a good way.
The Blair Witch Project meets the guilty feminist.
Yeah.
So can I first ask you, how the hell are you?
You know, it changes moment to moment. I think like everyone, I'm kind of all over the place. And I think I had like the first week, all the adrenaline of a crisis. And so I kind of was weathering it pretty well. And then there's an adrenaline crash. And this week has been like the kind of acceptance phase and trying to, the new normal and trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. So, and then the full moon is happening, and I don't know what that means, but I think it means something. And like, I think it is affecting me, but I don't know how. But I got crystals.
Is it playing with your hormones? Maybe
that's it. And then I really embarrassed myself because I was talking to my roommate about the moon, and then she said, I said, what is the moon? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what is it actually? And then I had to Google what is the moon, and it turns out I didn't know that it's debris from a collision of a planet collided with Earth, and then all the debris formed into the moon. I just didn't know the specifics.
I don't think I knew that. I knew it wasn't a planet, that it's a satellite.
Yes, and I knew.
Is it? I'm even wrong. Let me ask Tom Salinsky. Tom Salinsky, what is the moon? Just quickly, I'm on television. It's a satellite. Yes, it is. It is a satellite. I was correct. And
it's a satellite.
I know that. But Mae was just reading about how it is a load of debris from when other things broke up and came together. It's one theory. It's very large compared to other moons. So this is your own separate science show, which you should have. So, do you have?
It's like I know it's not cheese, you know.
I know it's like living with the most rational person on earth, which is incredibly annoying when you're hysterical. As I am once a day at least now.
Right.
Can I ask you, do you have any new I'm a Feminist spots because of this crisis?
I was thinking about that, and I think I wish I did, but I think it's kind of the opposite, where I'm just like, I'm so grateful for my female friends right now, and I'm so grateful that I have this amazing roommate and just people I can talk about my feelings with, as I do with my male friends as well. But I've been particularly having my female friends reach out a lot, and I really like that aspect of those relationships. So yeah, I just feel really like staunchly so there's no buts.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I was thinking the other day, I can't wait for when the quarantine ends and we agree that we're going to keep up all these house parties and FaceTimes and then never do. It's going to be so great.
Yeah, do you think so? I bet people will work from home more.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, in fact, we could jump straight to that question, which is, what habits are we going to keep that we've discovered?
I think, I'm not wearing any pants right now, so it's things like that I could have a conversation and I can be in
British
my home.
pants or Canadian pants?
Canadian pants. I'm wearing underwear, but no trousers.
Thank you. It's good to clarify. It just sounded like you said, I'm naked from the waist down right now.
I'm naked. Yeah. I'm in the bath. But yeah, and I hope that people come out of this with a new like hunger for community, and I think we're gonna really want to be in groups. I think, or maybe we'll be scared of it. I won't be. I'll be an idiot and be like just desperate to get back to groups. But what will we have learned?
Experience the Roaring Twenties for a little while.
Yeah,
be so desperate to dress up and go out and look people in the eye and have sex. It's going to be a 5-year orgy. That's my prediction.
I'm so up for that. And also, I think I know that we're supposed to learn something from this time, and I just don't know what it is. So I feel like every once in a while I kind of sit and I'm like, how is this going to affect global consciousness and society moving forward? And I just haven't figured it out yet. But I think someone really clever will write the most amazing book. Don't you think? Will it be you?
Oh, there will be so many books. And can you imagine the Edinburgh shows called Quarantine, Lockdown, Locked In, Locked Over, Locked
Yeah.
Off? Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what people do in their quarantine will be most of Edinburgh 2021.
Yeah.
It's going to
I
be like
wonder if
another
it'll,
quarantine.
but you know how like with if you mentioned Brexit on stage doing stand up, there's like a groan because people just
Hmm.
don't. It's so oppressively everywhere. So maybe there'll be a reaction against it, and people will just pretend it never happened. I don't know.
I don't know. I think because it's such a human experience that I wonder if for a while we will need to analyze and make meaning from it. I definitely think I will also be seeking out Edinburgh shows that are not about the quarantine very much. I'm
Yeah,
going to need to do that because I don't want to feel like I went to Edinburgh and it was another quarantine. Hopefully
yeah.
Edinburgh 2021 will happen.
Oh man, I hope so. Yeah, yeah. It's so embarrassing how much I miss stand up, and it seems like such a small, insignificant thing, but it is kind of crazy that that's the thing, the only skill I have. I've been doing it for 20 years, and now I'm like, what does that look like moving forward, you know?
It's not the only skill you have. You wrote the most incredible show
Thanks.
and acted in it, but I do know
It's
what you
my
mean. And
passion, I guess.
I don't think I've gone for longer than a week gigging ever since uni. And so
Yeah,
for me, it's just very weird
that's
that
why we're
you
doing
don't,
this now.
yeah, 100%. Comedians are finding ways to find audience and connect and share and, that kind of thing. You're getting a lot of marriage proposals, I just want to say. And I haven't had any marriage proposals on this at all. I know I'm
I
already
know.
married, but I still think it's a little bit rude.
I'm
Um,
seeing the marriage proposals. I'm into it.
I know people are loving it. People are really excited about it. Is there anything that surprised you about yourself and the way you've dealt with this, or the way society has dealt with it? Like, I'm surprised capitalism has paused. Really surprised by that.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that they haven't just said, "Well, some people are going to die." Like, I'm really surprised that they've said everything's off. Oh, there's someone says wants to marry me too, so that's nice.
that's good.
Um, yeah, your audience is just mega gay, Debs. And what are you saying, Alan? What are you implying? That I'm
Exactly.
I'm not a gay icon? Excuse me.
Exactly.
Um, uh,
Yeah, I've been surprised by that too. That I pleasantly surprised that capitalism is really ground to a halt. I am surprised. I At the beginning when there was that toilet paper thing, and
yes,
there was crazy stockpiling. I thought that was the beginning of a descent into looting and madness. So I'm
yes.
pleasantly surprised that we seem to have chilled out a bit. And then for myself, I've definitely felt like I'm sure a lot of people are feeling like things that they put off thinking about are suddenly coming up. And I've been so busy for the past 2 years, like making the show and just so busy. And then suddenly I'm in the silence of my apartment and there's tons of stuff. I think I had a friend of mine killed himself like a year ago, and
Oh, God.
I was in the middle of making the show and didn't, and then now I'm thinking about him a lot, which is healthy, I think, but hard,
Mm.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was very heavy. Sorry.
no. Well, actually, the most popular question on this show, as far as the audience are concerned, because they're not hearing about it a lot of other places, I think, is have you had a low moment or a really deep, dark moment that you'd be happy to talk about, or some low feelings, or, have you had
Yeah,
anything?
I think it's that I've got quite obsessed with thinking about my friend because I think he must have been experiencing feelings of isolation and loneliness, and so I'm thinking a lot about what that must have felt like. And I you know,
Mm.
I wish I had a spouse, you know, things like that. But mostly, I've been all right. Mostly, yeah. If I haven't had a couple of my friends have had big kind of sobbing
Mhm.
meltdowns. Maybe that would be really healthy to do, but I haven't
Mhm.
had that yet. I've just had a kind of pervasive throbbing sadness. But I did record a very earnest song, and I like not a comedy song. Like I played the guitar.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm always so embarrassed to express my emotions without irony, but
wow.
that was really that was
Can we
really
hear
nice.
it?
I have my setup like I have my guitars
Oh,
and
we were going to ask you. You're anticipating every question. This is we ask if we can see anything that you have, and I love that you have this big musical set up. Can you play us the song?
not right now, but maybe I'll send it to you privately.
Can you send it to? Well, when you're ready to publish it, I know that this audience would love to hear it. So they'll be so excited. But if you send it to me privately, I will not share it with a soul. Did I share?
Yeah.
Did I share any? I didn't give any spoilers away, and I got to see Feel Good so much earlier because I was interviewing you, and for the National, and I got this amazing sneak preview, which I'm very proud of because I always mention it. And but I only really mention it because I expected to watch 1 or 2 episodes and I binged it. But I did not breathe a word. I was carrying it round, and now I can talk to everyone about it, and it's such a relief.
You were so good. No spoilers or anything. Yeah.
No
What can I show
spoilers.
you? I can show you this. This has been giving me strength. This is an autographed picture of Tom Cruise, and he gave it to. So my roommate's dad. Oh, sorry, I keep touching my hair, but it's because I just had a shower.
It's so sexy boy band. I can't even tell you. It's fabulous. You could so be in One Direction right now.
Thank you. It's a bit.
They wouldn't dare reform without you if they saw that hair.
I would like to think that, but so yeah, he signed it to my roommate Rosie, but he spelled it Hosey for some reason, so it says to Hosey. So that I look at that every day. Yeah. And then what have I got? That's my friend who passed away. There, can you see him?
Yes.
There's Elliott Smith. There's my guitars. That's my favorite guitar there. That one, the green one. Very nice green.
Amazing.
I'm trying to think if I have anything else. This is my wall of Polaroids. It's reminding me that I have friends. There's Charlotte Ritchie there.
Yay!
Yeah. I don't know. I'm lucky that I like my flat. I was before this flat. I was living in a house with 5 people, and it was very intense. And thank God I'm here.
How lucky are we at the moment if we love where we live and we like our environment?
So lucky, yeah.
Oh my God, even if you just had a dodgy flat share, or much less a really bad situation, which some people do, but even if you just had like an annoying flat share, it's so much harder because as I've said, living with your partner, you can only legally storm out once a day, and then you just gotta sit.
I know, and not stuck with like family members and that we don't get on with, and we're really lucky, I think. Yeah,
really, really, really lucky. Can I ask you, have you read are you reading any good books or binging anything good that we should watch? We know we should watch Feel Good, and we'll put that on the stories. We know we should read your book, which is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's a really lovely book. What's your book called so everyone can buy it?
It's called Can Everyone Please Calm Down, and it's on Audible as well. Great. If you prefer that. If you're going to buy it, I'm just saying, could you buy it at Blackwell's? Because I'll make a little story, a swipe up, so you can buy Mae's book from them, because I really want to support bookshops or an independent bookshop, but I really want to start supporting Blackwell's because I want them to very much stay in business. And I think I don't want Bezos having any more of our money than he already has. So I'm going to make a little story. Are there any other books that you would like us to know about or that you've read lately? I went back and read Slaughterhouse-Five just because I like it a lot. It's a book from my teen. I'm just doing comfort things right now. So I'm doing Slaughterhouse-Five. I'm doing Bob Dylan's autobiography. Things that I find comforting. And actually poetry as well. There's a poem I think it's called Neighbor God by Rilke, that's about being isolated at home. So that's good. I've been watching Search Party, which is so brilliant. I have it downloaded, so I don't know where you watch it, but Search Party. I've been watching The Frozen Dead on Netflix, which is a French bingeable. The Frozen Dead. The Frozen Dead. That feels like one step on from. It's like if the characters of the princesses in Frozen were zombies. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, it's that. That's it. You got it. It's like a sort of insane crime thriller. I don't know. It just is keeping my attention. I've been rewatching John Early's special in Characters on Netflix. If you search Characters, John Early has an episode that's just half an hour of pure joy. And nice. Yeah. Do you have any recommendations? I need some. I have been watching BoJack Horseman.
and that's been our little quarantine binge because I never saw BoJack Horseman before. Do you know it?
No, I need to start.
Okay, it's an animated show about a horse who appears to be like a person, and he was in a show that was like Full House in the 90s. Do you remember Full House?
Yes, of
The sort of
course.
cheesy show about the family. And
Vividly.
but this is a show in which people and animals are sort of live together interchangeably. And BoJack Horseman is the name of this horse who had his own show in the 90s, and he's now washed up and drinks a lot, and does a lot of drugs, and has this big Hollywood house. And his manager is a cat, and she's a very relatable character. Always, they had an on again off again thing, and she's now she's trying to be her best self.
I'm gonna watch it.
There's so many Hollywood tropes in it that you will appreciate, especially just having made a TV show. So that is my secret. Like, we're not doing, we're not doing the should ones. We're doing the secret ones.
Yeah. Like, I've been listening to Conan O'Brien's podcast. It really makes me laugh, and he interviews just the people that I want to hear from. So Martin Short, Michelle Obama, people like just amazing people. So Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Tina Fey,
oh wow,
Lisa Kudrow. Yeah, he's a great interviewer, and it's so funny. And yeah,
that's amazing. Is there a piece of online feminism we can help you with today? A cause that you would like us to get behind?
One thing is actually my friend who I mentioned, there he is, David, his mom started a charity in his name called Birdsong Foundation, and it's helping musicians who struggle with mental health and addiction, and helps get their music out to the world. So that's a cool thing. It's called Birdsong Foundation.
Wonderful. Okay, well, we'll make a little story of Birdsong Foundation, and if anybody's got any cash that they would like to put towards that, because your gym membership suspended and you can't spend your money in the pub, that would be awesome. And if you don't have any money because your work has been suspended too, if you could give it a follow, give it a retweet, get involved and share it with somebody else, that would be really amazing. And can I ask you?
Evening Standard. I did, like you said, I think you suggested to me Evening Standard, and I've been supporting them too.
The Evening Standard?
Sorry, like no, The Big Issue. Not the Evening Standard. Say,
I think the Evening Standard are owned by a huge news conglomerate.
Oh my God.
Money to them.
Jesus Christ, kill me. This is what, anytime I try to do, I say the wrong thing. Yeah.
The big issue.
The big issue.
That's great. So that's Grace Petrie's cause of choice at the moment, because obviously people are not buying the big issue from homeless people, but they are still getting the Evening Standard shoved through your letterbox. It used to be the Evening Standard was given to you at a tube station. Now they're delivering it to the door. Fascinating.
Jesus.
They sell a lot of advertising. They're all good. But the Big Issue, if you could get a subscription to the Big Issue right now, that would really help them out. And it's great. The Big Issue is so great. But also, like, flick through the Evening Standard. You might see something you like.
Also, you know what show is great to watch if you want to be cheered up is Ghosts, that on BBC Three, or not BBC Three, on BBC, with Charlotte Ritchie and all the people that do Horrible Histories, and it's so funny. There's so many jokes in it, and it reminds me of kind of Blackadder or something. It's got that old school British. It's really great.
That's so lovely. I will definitely check that out, because I love Charlotte Ritchie, as you know. Can I ask you, is there anything you hope humanity learns as a whole from this experience?
I hope people are kissing each other all the time. And like, I'm a very tactile person. I'm very tactile, and maybe you could say needy, you could say, with my friends. And I hope that when I get out of here, all my friends are just hugging and kissing each other all the time. And community, and also, you know what, because there's a lot of these neighborhood watch programs, so a lot of people have been reaching out to seniors who are living on their own and stuff, and after this is over, we'll be aware that those people are there, and I hope that those relationships continue, and realizing that there's some people on their own, you know. That is a wonderful one. I actually took hot cross buns to my elderly neighbor yesterday and asked if she wanted anything from the store, and somebody else is looking after her, but I've just given her my number and just said, look, in case that falls through, or you just need something extra, or you don't want to ask them again, like, you know, I'm here. And it's so nice, because, you know, Steve Ali lives with us, and because he was raised
in Syria, he has really Arabic value. My friend told me I should say Arab values around old people. So he was like taking her to Catholic church services and stuff.
Really?
A 3-hour Maltese Catholic church service he took her
Oh
to
my
last
God.
Easter, because he was like, well, she couldn't get there on her own because her legs aren't very good, and she really wanted to go. I'll say hi. I'll say hi. He was like, but she really wanted to go to her. It was like Knights of Malta Church. I was like, how do you even know she's Knights of Malta? It was like, because I've been in and talked to her, because I fixed her light bulbs, because I didn't even know. He had this whole friendship going, and he's gone to the country with friends for the quarantine, and he was like, how's Connie?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And the thing is, I really hope that value set, it really beds in the West, because I'm starting to understand the value of it. Also, we're not getting any younger, mate. We may need our neighbours to do that for us at some point.
Yeah.
In case we have children. I have two
Absolutely.
questions for you from Ned Sedgwick.
Oh, great. Ned Sedgwick. Oh, I miss him so much.
So
I miss Ned.
you used to do Grown Up Land, which is a
Yeah.
podcast that's for BBC Sounds.
It's
And
available, right?
all of your back catalogue is available.
Great.
And so if anyone is looking to hear a lot about the inner workings of Mae's mind, BBC Sounds, Grown Up Land, and there's a bunch of episodes in there about things like housing and love and all sorts of things. So it now in your seat is Sophie Duker, and it's been slightly rebooted to the show now. The format's been slightly rebooted. They're doing such a great job. You'd be so proud of them, Mae.
I need to catch up on the episodes. I've listened to some. They're so funny.
Now, Ned, who was your old buddy on Grown Up Land, has asked me to ask you 2 questions. The first is, who will Bette Midler play in season 2 of Feel Good?
I think I have to do like a dream sequence where, I mean, how that would totally change the tone of the show, but I'm all for it. Just having a really wild dream sequence where I'm suddenly with Bette talking, and maybe we go for a swim, something like that.
A swim?
Yeah. I don't know, I hope she's, I wonder where she is in all this. I know she's a big gardener and gardens a lot, I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've thought about her a lot.
Your feelings for Bette are like many people's feelings for you now, post Feel Good.
That's
you
nice.
have to understand, you're many people's Bette Midler now.
Have you seen the art that people are doing? It's blowing my mind. That was one thing I really did not expect, and it never crossed my mind that people would do visual art based on the show. And that is really nice. I like that. It's incredible.
Do you have some portraits that you think are more flattering, where you go, oh my God, that's gorgeous, and other ones where you go, do I look like that in your mind?
Yeah, there's some that accentuate just exactly the thing that you're insecure about, and you're like, oh my God, no. Yeah.
I see. I absolutely see that. Yeah. But I've seen you sharing some stunning stuff.
It's unbelievable, and it's a testament to the amazing director and DP we had, that a lot of the sort of stills from it are drawable because they're nice frames, Yeah.
And the other Ned Sedgwick question was, can he play a Victorian ghost in a mirror in the 2nd season of Feel Good?
No, he's mentioned this to me before. This is not the first time I've heard. This is an ongoing conversation with Ned, where he wants to play. I think the impression I got was that he's a Victorian ghost that is in a mirror, and he gives me advice, but also I think it's a kind of Portrait of Dorian Gray situation where the portrait like ages whenever I do a bad thing or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say yes to everything, and then yeah.
It's a strong idea, and I think just talk to Joe about it. Pop it in the mix.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Ned, if you're watching, and I'm very sure that you are right now because you submitted these questions ahead of time, Mae is gonna talk about it seriously to Netflix and Channel 4, and she'll get back to your people.
I'll get back to. Are you his people?
In this scenario, I might be his people.
You might be one of his main people.
I'm one of his people. people. And finally, Mae Martin, because we need to let you go soon. If they said now, quarantine's over, you can walk out the door, everything's back to what it was, what would you do first?
I like hosting, and so I think the first thing I would do would be host a house party, which is, I know I should be leaving my house, but I think I would stay in my house, but just invite everyone over and play spin the bottle and put up some mistletoe and just can you tell I'm sexually frustrated? This has been, to be honest, my main cross to bear in all of this. So
I've read
I
between
think,
the lines because it's April and you're talking about mistletoe.
yeah,
So.
yeah. What? Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, I hope I get to come to that house party. The
Yes,
real
you're
life house
there.
party, not just the app, because I know it's going to happen now. So if I don't get an invitation, I'm going to be like, damn,
You
does she
gotta
not want to play
come.
spin the bottle with me?
You have
Because,
to come with your new arrangement as well.
yeah, May is referring to on the podcast I did with her. I said that feel good was one thing that made me open my relationship and come out as somebody who was interested in my bi side. And I don't know why I have to say it in that voice. Probably to
My
cover
side. I
my
like
bi
it.
side. It's just to cover some awkwardness. So
You
yeah,
know what?
so
Spin the bottle is a really good sort of entry point because it's very low pressure. Spin the bottle is underrated, and I think that people think that it's just a high school thing. I think it could go on until death, really. It could be in,
till death to a spin the bottle.
yeah.
And that might be your t-shirt, because every day the lovely people at the merch store find something fun you've said that could go on a t-shirt, and then they print those on demand if people buy them, and then the money goes to the guest. And if the guest is feels like they have enough money to cover themselves over this period, it goes to another performer who's a regular with the Guilty Feminist who could use the money to pay their rent.
Great.
So your t-shirt might well be spin the bottle shall go until death. It should be.
Yeah.
There might be something in that zone.
Yeah, spin the bottle till death. Yeah. I
Or it
hope that I
might
said
say,
something funny. I don't think I've said anything funny today, Deb. I don't know.
you've said
Should I?
so
Now I'm
many
like,
funny things.
but now I'm like, maybe I should. Let me just throw a couple of funny things at you.
Great.
There's a. I got nothing.
Okay, I'm going to give you, because I know you do ad-libbed improv,
Yeah.
stand-up. So I'm going to throw something at you. You're not allowed to touch your face anymore if you've been outside. Do you have any stand-up thought about not being able to touch your face after if you're in contact with anything?
I find that really difficult. It's like I'm doing it now. It's a nervous tick. I think because one time my mom told me that the reason that I wash my face a lot is because I was like, why do I wash my face so much? And she was like, it's because you're a very greasy girl, and that stayed in my head. So I think
Wow.
I'm constantly checking that I'm not a greasy girl.
So I'm a very greasy girl would be a great t-shirt. See, this has worked. And somebody suggested something here, which is, I have some Polaroids up to remind me that I have friends. That's a great quarantine t-shirt.
I
That would
like
be
that.
great. So
Yeah.
Hannah's brilliant. She does them every day. We'll run it by you before we put it on sale and make sure you approve it. So you might want changes or alterations. But May's episode will be up here for 24 hours, and then it'll be on YouTube. And so you can direct all your friends to it, and any of the cash that comes through from the t-shirts will go to May, or she can nominate that it goes to somebody else.
I'll donate it. Definitely. This is a great thing that you're doing. It's a very cool thing, Deb. Well done.
We got to find ways for money for artists somehow, because it's lean pickings when you're not allowed to assemble an audience by law.
It's really scary. Yeah.
Indeed. I think Polaroids is going to be a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, May, I need to let you go.
Glasses.
You have to do another thing. Oh, wow.
I've
You've really upped the game there.
I've never had glasses before, and it turns out I really need them, and I'm blind. So just before quarantine, but I'm still too embarrassed to wear them. So I'm like,
they are so hot. They've really upped the boy band look, because there's smart boy bands, there's sort of clever boy band, and then sexy. But when you take them off, very sexy.
Oh, that's true.
You're driving the audience crazy. You're like, oh, I'm so frisky at the moment. Oh, I really need a spouse. Check out my new glasses.
I messaged you. I private messaged you about your glasses.
Yeah, I have two pair. The other pair has fallen apart, and there's no shops open, so I can't repair them. But they suit me better. They're really big. But these are my backups. But they're both by Trelise Cooper, who's a New Zealand designer, and I mention her the whole time because people always ask me, and she's never given me free glasses. So I want you to know, Trelise Cooper, if you are watching or if you're listening, I will accept free glasses. I don't have a job anymore.
Yeah,
well, I do,
why
but not
should
one
you
that
be so
pays.
stingy? All right, thanks, Deb. This was so nice. This has been the highlight of my day.
Love you, Mae. Thank you so
Love you
much.
too.
And
Bye.
really, really appreciate you coming to do the new normal. And thank you. See you again very soon. Everybody watch
You
Feel
too.
Good. Everybody buy Mae's book. We'll make little stories of those things as well as her charity of choice. Bye, Mae.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Tomorrow on the new normal, we have Aisling B. And Friday, we have Sarah Keyworth. Next week, we have another fabulous lineup. We're doing some other new normals now on DF Dubs. Because they can stay up for 24 hours over there. And so watch out for those. And also on at DF Dubs, I am reading a poem in the bath for Raven Smith. And the title of this project, it's not a poem. I'm reading an excerpt from Raven Smith's book, Trivial Pursuit, which is very funny, by the way. It's great quarantine reading. No, not you, Alexa. Nobody wants you to find anything. I'm so much nicer to Alexa now because she's a core part of my social circle. I used to shout at her like, Alexa, shut up. And now I'm like, oh, no, thanks. No, it's all right, Alexa. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll have a house party later. So, no, really, seriously. Oh, my God. No, I don't want to enable anything. It's all good. Okay. She really doesn't take a hint. It's all right. It's good. No, we're all good. So, yes. What was I saying? Oh, Raven Smith's book is called Trivial Pursuit. And I am reading a section from it, an extract from it, and it's called Doing Lines in the Bath with Raven Smith. And it's basically me reading it in the bath in a slightly, I mean, I don't want to say Madonna-y way because I am incredibly self-aware. But it's in black and white, and that's made me feel a lot more attractive because, frankly, at the moment, I'm just not getting the normal grooming that I would normally get. It's just I wash my hair and put some sea salt spray in it and hope that it looks like I'm on holidays. Everyone knows that I'm not. I need to learn to blow dry my own hair is what I'm saying. I know Alexa is still going. I know. Alexa, stop. Thank you. She's one of my best friends now. We have to be nice. It's been great. See you tomorrow with Aisling B, 6 p.m. UK time for the new normal. And then Friday, Sarah Keyworth and a big bunch of fabulous people next week. You've been great. New normal. Deborah Francis White, over and out.